All right, hello and welcome to this very first playthrough of Immortals of Aveum. We did it. Here we are. The final chapter of the game. Last time we did chapter 17, which was called The Shrouded Realm. And we are now at the beginning of chapter 18, which will be called...
We're ready to embark and engage.
I don't know, we'll find out if this cutscene...
Keep our scrying officers silent until I give the signal. Sandrak still thinks we're coming to help.
They won't know what hit them.
Just need to get close enough to drop us on Sandrak's flagship.
My boys will break away and try to dampen whatever Sandrak spells have got its hooks in the Penasod, pulling it through.
Good a plan as any, except, well... our airships are powered by magic. How are we supposed to transport the Alluri?
You ain't. Fellas, time to gussy up.
Gussy up. Oh, they got wings. Oh, they're like moth wings. Okay, cool.
All my born days I wanted to see that.
We can really do this.
Good hunting, people.
They're all gussied up.
They destroyed us!
Falco, peel off and hit their flanks. Open a path.
That's the actual Penasod, isn't it?
The rest of you, we're going straight up the gut. Did he really just yell wahoo?
I was feeling it.
Sir, Rashanian airship bearing for the Alluri. We can't stop it!
You have to, Captain. We can't do this without them.
Strip it!
Oh, that's handy.
Oh! Never mind, sir.
Holy shit.
Not bad. This is all on you now, Initiate.
No. Last time it was just up to me. I made the biggest mistake of my life. We're only going to win this one together. Sigil up.
All right. Ah, shit. All right, so do I need to... Chapter 18. Clear the main decks. Okay. These clowns? Worth it. Yes, good. Alright. Who else needs to die? There's some up here. Oh, he dropped some Dominion Man now, that's good. Oh, I've got 5 now, yes! Forgot I did that. here. Alright, cool. Are we full on everything we need to be before we leave? Oh, we're not done here yet. Okay. Shit. Health crystal, health crystal, health crystal. Whenever I ask him to heal, he just sits there like an idiot for a second. And it's really annoying. I really haven't used my health ability to heal. Oh, fuck! Damn it, I bet I have to do that whole thing again. I really haven't used my L2 ability nearly enough. Yeah, fuck. Brought that shield back up pretty quick, bro. What am I getting sucked into right now? Can you let me out? Fuck me, what the fuck? That guy wasn't nearly that hard the first time. Hold on a second. That's so fucking hot. That's why I'm not wearing my big headphones. Because when the room is so hot like this, it makes my ears fucking boil. It's awful. It is hot. It's like gotta be 80 degrees in here. It's like 108 outside. It's stupid. Can you come down here, please? Why am I not hitting you? I must have been off slightly. What? What the fucking fuck, man? I didn't have nearly this much trouble the first time. Boy, he puts that shield up so fast. He wasn't doing that before. Hell crystal, motherfucker, Jesus Christ, oh my god. Okay, that control's just not that responsive or something else. It's like I have to be sitting still, not moving, not doing anything else, not having hit anything else for a second. Or it won't work. Fuck you, man. Health crystals. Okay. I don't see any. big guys, right? Yeah. Oh, not that guy. That's not who I was worried about. One of those really big guys. One of the red guys. Alright, hello. Where's the big red boy? Oh, okay. There he is. Shredded him. That's good. Don't die. Oh shit. God damn it. Alright, who's next? Wait, are you guys... Ow!
Start moving it! Jack! Get down!
Oh, shit.
That's not good. More dudes. Get them all? I think we might have got them all. Alright, let's see if I can find some more healthy mana crystals. Here's a health crystal, good. Any more? I need to be sure before I go. A forge? How much money do I have? I don't have any legendary essence. since... Okay. If I get any mana crystals, or health crystals especially, now would be... If I can just get some off the corpse, that would be great. Got a lot of health, man. Fuck you. Oh, health crystal, good. That one is almost dead. Oh, I thought she was. Nope, what are you doing? That was close. Me. That took most of my resources, but I got some back. We're okay. Oh wait. There we go. Oh, I need to be on top of this. Did I not get it? Oh, eat me. Another forge. They know, they're like, we're giving you a lot of gold here, so, and this is the end of the game. So, you might as well spend it, spend them if you got them. I still don't have enough to upgrade anything. I can't upgrade anything else, so... I guess if I wanted to, I could craft something. No, I can't. I can't craft anything that would be worth crafting. How am I supposed to get over there? What? Oh, I can just jump on this, right? Nope. Oh, this thing. Okay. Oh, fuck off.
Sir, I'm getting close to Sandrak. Should I wait for you?
There's no time. Go!
Ah, nice. Topped me off. Okay, so that means this is the end, probably. You're giving me all that shit.
Jack, Kirkham betrays me with a doomed assault with you at the head.
No. She was still all in on your plan. But my friends and I had a different idea.
Oh, you turned against her. Wonderful. I've had a good influence on you.
They're the key, Sandrak. If you really want to heal the wound, you're going to let them finish. You know I'm right.
I admit, your army of gargoyles is something I didn't see coming. Children of the Pentasod, are they not? Cruel of you to bring them just to see it die. You must want to build yourself a little family of orphans again. After all you have seen, you still insist on prolonging the world's suffering.
I didn't get that shield off in time.
DJ!
I'm gonna have to dodge better. Oh, this is gonna be a tough fight. Okay, he's doing a lot of the same stuff that he was doing last time, so I know this fight. At least the first phase.
Hold there!
Stronger this time. What? That hit me? Bullshit. I don't like the red because I don't like having to get that close to him. Now that's doing no damage. Oh good, yes. Switch away from fucking. My red weapon, I think, is pretty garbage.
You were unforeseen. I can tell. DJ! I will not meet my end like this.
Yes, melt his fucking ass.
You cannot touch me!
What? What killed me instantly? Holy shit, what was that? Okay, alright. That was a good first attempt.
After all you have seen, you still insist on prolonging the world's suffering.
Ah, fuck. Don't get that close when he's blue, man. Oh, I thought I fucking healed. I definitely hit the right. I thought I had it because I stopped moving, stopped touching anything, and hit right. You gotta like fucking not touch anything if you're gonna fucking... You can get better at jumping out of the way of that, man. It's a very simple attack. There you go. That's better.
Should I fall, Aveum will follow.
That doesn't do shit. Just shoot him, Nick. There you go. Just go do your blue. That's your damage dealer.
DJ!
Shit. Ah, fuck you. See how I just stopped moving entirely for a moment? That's what you have to do.
DJ!
That doesn't damage.
Oh, mess!
Why don't I have my fucking ultimate yet? Good. You're doing better this time. You're doing better at dodging that shit. Good.
No
stay blues. Blue's the best.
Should I fall, Aveum will follow.
Oh shit.
I am warded
I thought
against
they
your
need.
power.
Okay, sorry. Oh, okay. What do I do about that? I'm just hitting it. I'm just hitting it over and over. What do I do about that? Oh.
Can you hear it, Jack? In all of its varied hues of panic, the real.
Hold on, just a few seconds. All right. Thank you for waiting. All right.
That even immortality is.
So this must be phase 2, right?
Sup?
Sup?
The traitor returned at last. You dishonor everything I gave you, sister. That Rasharn gave you.
You're so full of shit. You sold our people a dream you abandoned the moment I handed you the power to fulfill it.
You don't always have to wait until I'm on the ropes to swoop in, you know?
Don't. You're just always on the ropes.
Do you know how many Lucians she's killed, Jack? And you, sister? How many of your countrymen have died at his hands?
Shit. green is my favorite.
Both of you betray your master's full one.
I'll some good
A chance
damage.
at power, and then which of you will betray the other?
Get behind my shield!
Oh, I see. Yeah, okay.
You disgust me, Mala-Dar.
Get behind me!
I will erase your names from all memory.
I don't need that. I'll use it later. Oh, he switched to red. Where is he now? Oh yeah, this is some phase 2 shit right here. Oh well, the wall looked way bigger for a second. That's my favorite. Where'd he go? I don't know where the fuck he
Get behind
is.
my shield!
With the Thrada Cull, I resist you. With my own will, I resist you.
How is my ultimate not even close to ready yet?
Zata Mist.
I hate the red.
Get behind me!
I am warned against your power,
We've almost got him. I'm not getting any Dominion power though. That was a good dodge. I did not think I was going to make that.
Saren must breed Oathbreakers and Carpets. I should have led with it.
Get behind my shield!
Oh fuck, you're all the way over there? Jesus. Are there any more health crystals? I guess I'm picking them up as I go. I must be. Yeah, there's another one.
You
Just
cannot
kidding.
touch me! With the Thrada
Get
Cull, I
behind me!
resist. With my
Oh god
own
damn it!
will, I resist.
I almost got him. Oh shit! Oh shit! I was on the wrong side of that. Oh come on, you bastard! You should be dead now. This is the best fight in the game, though. This is fun. This is the most fun I've had in the entire game. Fuck you, bitch!
Nishas Yuchiba. Zichi.
Enough! You mistake me for someone that has limits. I am the very wellspring of magic. The very...
Remember that time we pulled one over on the Upbridge gang?
I guess.
I'm saying literally remember the time we pulled one over on the Upbridge gang.
enough! No! It's finally time to end your suffering. What?
Who thought a fucking snow globe was the binding stone? It's not even close to the same shape.
This is for Devin.
Who even remembers that guy anymore?
And for Luna. Oh, and the Palathon. And Saren. And fuck, man. Oh.
Don't forget the Mala-Dar.
Right. And for the Mala-Dar.
No, dummy. Literally, don't forget the Mala-Dar.
It'll work.
Damn, kid! Work says it's a bust. Too much corruption's pouring out of it too fast. Their absorption powers can't slow it down, much less cork it.
Then what are we going to do? The wound's still growing.
I'm thinking.
Think faster. Rosharnian Armada, this is the hand. Sandrak is dead and his madness is over. Stand down and disperse on my command.
You've already figured out the solution, Jack. We win. Then we start thinking about how to fix the wound.
Isn't there something else that we can do about it, I mean?
Of course. She never told you that immortals are charged with sacrificing themselves to heal the wound.
Are we gonna
At the end of
sacrifice
their tenure.
Before you ask.
ourselves?
Yeah, it works.
What?
The mandate, a healing ritual, one that splits you from your magic, from your soul. It works. I never would have left the Immortals if it didn't. That's too much of a person.
Would it work on something this big? If I...
Jumped in, exploded yourself right next to the binding stone, flooded all the fonts back into the shrouded realm? Yeah, it could do. There's a hair of a mite. You won't survive, though. Good news, that bunny in your eyes is gone. And resolve is a powerful thing.
Sounds like Thaddeus wants us to do it.
You're the worst possible person to actually understand goodbyes.
I'll tell her.
Well, okay. You don't have time to teach me the ritual, so...
Just stick it in your head on the way down. No. Listen, kid. If you're gonna jump, just jump.
Stick it in your head on the way down?
Jack?
It'll be okay, Luna.
Jack!
Rip.
What did he do?
He fixed it. Never doubted him for a second.
He's gonna survive. You know why? Because there's post-game content. I guarantee it. Your adventure does not end here. There's still more missions and more loot and blah blah blah, right? Completed the game on apprentice difficulty. Give me the... Yeah, there we go. Completed the game on Magnus difficulty, baby. Fuck with me.
So, now that the wound's been unfucked for the moment...
The rest is up to us. Magni orders are gonna have to rewrite their entire magical playbooks, and include the Alluri in them.
West of the Orenthals, huh? That's a right nice stretch of green. Pretty hills, dark groves. Rook'll love groves. They're all gardeners at heart, really.
They deserve more.
Yeah, Well, what you started here, it's going to spread.
Lucium will follow our example.
Yeah, sure it will.
Word from Lavenry.
Speak of the devil.
Short version. The king and the dynastic families give their unending thanks.
That's it?
The language used was lovely, yet economical.
No, I mean, did Kirkin...
No word from her at all, sir. The king will recognize your claim as the head of your order, if you ask for it.
She'll come around.
No, she won't.
Yeah, likely not. She never did with me. You and Jack had the right of it, in a way I never did.
Woke up right in time for the compliments. Keep them coming.
There he is.
You look good for someone that exploded.
I got better.
Post game.
Paid having the Pentasod owe you a favor. Spit you back out the Shrouded Realm good as new. Your legs still seem a bit pudding-foot, though.
Your, friend left when she saw you were on the mend. She said she wasn't sure where she was gonna go.
Yeah, that tracks. So what's next?
Well, plenty of Sandrak loyalists are still out there, running amok and causing trouble, refusing to believe he's really dead. You got any loose ends, kid? Wouldn't expect to tie him up in peace.
And what about the Immortals?
There's the post-game line.
Rasharn's withdrawing back to the front. We'll take advantage of that time and try to rebuild.
And, under your leadership?
I take it you have an opinion on that.
I mean, yeah. I think it should be you.
I see. I was thinking the same thing.
You were? Oh, that's great. Totally should be you, for sure.
Totally.
Awesome. Yeah. Shouldn't be me at all. Right?
Oh, hell no.
Okay, well that's a little rude.
I mean, that would be the worst thing.
Yeah.
That could happen.
Yeah,
Literally
no way.
can't think
Right?
of anything
But like,
worse.
why not though?
Happen.
Like, you haven't even
Than
thought
you
about it?
Being the leader. I mean,
We could.
it's funny though. Listen, it's funny. It's
You know,
funny.
we've been through a lot.
I'd love to see it. Well, I don't. Maybe we should try.
A trial.
Just for.
Well, what is that?
Just for shits and giggles.
I think I've proven myself more than once.
Okay.
I healed the wound.
I have grown to like the characters a little bit. Some of them. I still don't really like the main character that much. Alright, title card, baby. That's credits. Alright, first things first. The bottom center of the screen says that we have beaten 86 games in 2023 and 408 since we started doing this in 2020. Those numbers are now incorrect. We've now beaten 87 games in 2023 and 409 all time. Let's fucking go. Alright, so here's the deal. I think there are several very good things about this game and several very bad things. So let's talk about those. Good things. Story. Story had some big cracks in it, but overall it resolved well. It made more sense as the game went along, and it ended in a pretty satisfying way. So I'll give it. I'm going to talk some more about the story when I get to the negatives, but overall, I would say that the story pulled through at the end. The voice acting felt cringe at first, but once I warmed up to the characters, it got better, and I started to actually genuinely like most of the characters, with one big exception. I'll get to that in a moment. And the combat is very good. It's precise. It's got a lot of variety. It's very pretty. There's the combat overall, while it's not perfect necessarily, and I'll get to that in a moment, overall, very good. I would say A- on the combat. What else? I think those are the big things that. And technically, the game looks awesome. The game looked really good. So. All those things, high marks. And I'll be honest, about 3/4 through the game, I didn't feel that strongly about any of those things. But it really pulled it together at the end. The combat I always thought was pretty good, but The other stuff, the story and the voice acting and the characters and stuff, it really came together toward the end. So you're gonna have to do some investment of your time to get there. But I think it did come together well. However, I do think there were some problems. Some of them were very simple and could have been fixed very easily, and some of them were not so great. Not so simple, rather. Not easily fixed. Inherent problems. So let's start with the very biggest problem, and that is that this is a loot shooter, essentially. There is rarity-based, randomized, or I think it's randomized. Shit, I don't even know. There's a rarity-based loot system, and it's garbage. And I don't like to use that word very often. That's like the C word for video games. It really is. But man, the loot grind in this game is garbage. It gives you the expectation, because it has a gear screen and rarity-based loot, rare, epic, legendary, that kind of thing, upgrade abilities, craftable stuff, all that stuff. It has all that stuff, and then it just doesn't drop loot. It just doesn't give you any. It's like the enemies don't drop loot. I don't know why. They just don't. The only way that you can get loot is at encounters and in chests. So maybe it's not randomized. Maybe there's a rarity-based loot system in this game that's not randomized. How silly is that? Whose idea was that? So there were multiple pieces of equipment that I got at the beginning of the game that I never replaced, because I never found anything better. Literally multiple pieces. I mean, if you're gonna tout the game as if you're gonna give me those expectations by having loot in your game and having epic and legendary, maybe put some loot in it. I don't know, crazy idea. But and I like that kind of loot grind stuff. I like that. You know, that progression is fun for me. It's one of the most fun things in gaming for me. And it just was like, yeah, we have it, but we're just not gonna do it. It's in there, but it's like far below the bare minimum. It's not really there. So I hated that. It was not, and that made made combat suffer, because it's like, all right, cool, I'm fighting all these guys, and I'm gonna get health crystals and some gold. That's what I'm gonna get from this fight, and maybe some craftable resources, maybe. It just made that boring. It just made the combat grind boring. I mean, the combat was still good, but like the rewards were non-existent, basically. So that was a huge problem. Another problem was that there were, and I'm not going to spoil anything, but there were aspects of the story that made zero sense, and they could have easily been explained, and they just never made an attempt to explain it. There's just the stuff about character motivations, why the protagonist is doing what they're doing, why the bad guys are doing what they're doing. They just don't even address it. Now, I didn't read almost any of the optional lore that you can pick up, right? So there's a good chance that it's buried in there somewhere. But man, if you're talking about like that basic shit, you need to put that front and center. That needs to be in a cutscene. That needs to be in dialogue that is required. Like, I have no idea why certain people were doing what they're doing still, even to the end. No idea. So, you know, when people were the big epic battle, and it's like, I don't even know why we're doing this. It doesn't make any sense. We just need to talk to each other. Because there's just like shit that's unclear. So I had a big problem with that. There were some very simple things too. I think the biggest one was that there is a UI issue, and it's very specific. The button to interact with things is square, and you have to hold. It's one of those things where like the circle goes around, like you have to hold square for a second to interact with a chest or a door or whatever. Fine, totally normal, no problem. The button to reload is square, but you don't have to hold it. okay, that's not ideal, but if you reload on accident, what's the big problem, right? The button to use a mana crystal, which is how you top up your mana, and it's an item you're gonna use as much as healing in this game, is to hold square. So, and I can only call it a bug, where you would be standing in front of a chest, it would have the square icon show up on the screen, and you hold down square, even for just a half a second, it uses a mana crystal. And so, like, most of the time that I used mana crystals, it was an accident. Because I'm trying to, and sometimes I'm in the middle of battle, and I'm trying to interact with something. You know, it's like, but very often, even if I'm not, I'm literally just standing in front of a chest trying to open it, and I just use a mana crystal. And the square is on the screen. Like, there's absolutely no reason it should be doing that. I also didn't like, there were some abilities, traversal abilities, that you used with L2 that were also tied to battle abilities. Like, there was basically a grappling hook. It was like a whip you could use to pull yourself to places. It's also a whip you can use in battle to pull things to you. And but the thing is, that particular, so you have to switch to that skill with the D-pad and then hit L2, right? But it was the worst one to use in battle. The problem is you're using the grappling hook, the whip or whatever, in battle all the time, because that's how the arenas are set up, where you're like Spider-Maning your way through around the arena, kind of like in High on Life or one of those other, or Spider-Man or whatever, where you're like, that's part of the arena, that's part of the boss fight. But that's the worst one to use in battle. So you'd have to hit up D-pad to use it, like you're gonna do all this in battle. Go up there and then switch down to D-pad left or down or whatever you want to use to actually use the skills that were good. So what ended up happening is I just didn't use any of my L2 abilities in battle hardly ever, because it was just too much of a pain in the ass. So that's just another UI issue that just didn't make any sense. It was cumbersome as fuck. Some of this stuff is a little nitpicky, I get it. But, I mean, these are the easy things, the things that could have been fixed with just a different control scheme. And by the way, if you're gonna go hard and make some kind of control scheme that you're really that confident about, how about putting in the ability to remap the keys? How difficult can that possibly be? I can't imagine it's too hard. Plenty of games will allow you to remap the keys. No, you can't. You want the use mana crystal button to be something else? Tough shit. It's square. You can't do anything about it. So that would have been nice. And then let's see. So we talked about the story. We talked about the loot. We talked about the interface. Those are the big ones. Overall, the game was okay. It got a lot better about, like, literally 80% of the way through. It started to get decent. The rest of it would have been so much better if there had been a story that made sense, and most importantly, some kind of reason to fight enemies other than just, oh, gold. You know, and again, the loot, again, it's if the loot grind had been interesting, it would have just made everything so much better. And we didn't. I'm remembering there's more to it too. It's like I like it when loot in my game changes the way that my character looks. Right? That's not a thing in this game. You don't get that kind of loot. It's just really just weapons and jewelry. And the weapons you can see, because they're like on your arm, so they're on the screen, and they did look slightly different, but they all looked about the same. They all look like fucking crazy bracelets. So anyway, so that's the big thing. If this game would have been a lot, I would have enjoyed this game a lot more if the story had made more sense, especially toward the beginning and like the first half, and if the loot. If there had been more reason to fight and get more, to do more optional stuff. I had zero incentive to do optional stuff in this game because you don't get anything for it. You might get a max health increase. You get enough of those, honestly, during the course of the regular game anyway. You don't need them. And the game's not hard. It's not a hard game. And normally if this were really good, if I really enjoyed this game, I would complain about that. But I'm not going to complain about a game being too easy if I didn't really enjoy it that much. So, you know, when I think of games like this, I think of games like Anthem, and I think of games like Forspoken. But I don't think I enjoyed this as much as either of those games. Now, that might sound really bad, but I actually quite enjoyed Forspoken, although it was obviously very flawed, and I somewhat enjoyed Anthem, because Anthem had at least a halfway decent loot grind, and Forspoken had it had a loot grind too, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. It did. It was better than this, and the combat was particularly fun in that game. So I don't think I like this as much as either of those games. And that's what it kind of made me think of. It was kind of like a cool story, you know, interesting characters. I don't hate the Forspoken characters as much as a lot of people did. They're not perfect, but whatever. Cool story, interesting characters, but big problems, big flaws. And that's how I felt about Anthem and Forspoken too, but I don't think I like this as much as... I'll have to think about it. I might like it more than Anthem. I liked Anthem more than most people did. I didn't love it, but I didn't absolutely hate it. So I'll have to think about it. Overall, like, C- on this game. I liked it more than Atlas Fallen, but that game was a trash fire. So this game was not a trash fire. This game was not awful. It was not horribly disappointing. It was just kind of okay. You know, it was okay. It was alright. I'm glad I played it, but barely. Alright. I'll shut up. I don't want to rag too hard on it. Alright, let's see what we got here. This is the part, right? Hey, continue. Yep. The end of every time with these games. Continue the adventure. Congratulations, you've completed the main storyline. You can continue to explore, completing shroud things, finding all the golden chests, the legendary gear, defeating the strongest magnet. Where is the legendary gear? Where is it? It's nowhere. Alright. Alright, last order of business. Immortals of Aveum. It's been fun. It's been fun. But we're not going to delete you from our console and never play you again. Bye. Bye. Alright, that's it for Immortals of Aveum. Before I end the recording, just roadmap for the next few days. Later today, we're going to be starting Blasphemous 2, because that came out yesterday. Armored Core came out today. We're going to start Blasphemous 2 because that came out yesterday. As soon as we beat Blasphemous 2, we'll start Armored Core. And hopefully, I believe... and then as soon as we beat that, we're going to play Under the Waves. And I bet you... Under the Waves comes out on 29th, and I bet it's short. So I bet you we can beat all those games before Starfield comes out on the 6th of September. We've got, you know... I don't know how many days that is, like a week and a half. We can do it. We can beat these 3 games in a week and a half. We can do it. Armored Core is the big variable, because that's going to be a big game, and it's going to be hard. But yeah, basically, this is the list. I don't think I'm going to have time to do anything between most of these games. Blasphemous 2, then Armored Core 6, then Under the Waves, and then Starfield, then Baldur's Gate 3. Woof. Alright. Well, if you're here and you watch this whole video, or even if you watch the very end of it, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I make these mostly for documentation purposes, but I do appreciate it when the occasional person tells me that they enjoyed them. So, thank you. I will see you next time. Have a wonderful day.